good afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to the Den Creative. Before we get into this pick a card, I just wanted to let you know that I have a live stream channel linked in the description below called The Den Creative Live, where I go live a few times a week. Check that out if you want to get in on some readings over there. Otherwise, for this pick a card reading, we're going to be figuring out yes or no, or quite possibly maybe. I know because these are general readings, sometimes a straight yes or a straight no just won't suffice because, convoluted. It gets very convoluted. There are a lot of energies at play, a lot of questions that people are asking, where certain people want the answer to be yes, certain people want the answer to be no. So you never know what you're going to get here. So I try to explain yes or no or maybe or whatever as concisely as I possibly can. So if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to try to center your energy and focus in on piles number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And if you have multiple questions or more than one pile calls out to you, there may be messages for each pile or, answers to each question. But once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also pin them as the top comment. But please, please, please remember, these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates and leave the rest behind, and these are for entertainment purposes only, so don't hang your hat completely on something some girl on the internet said. But without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on the cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, for those of you who selected group number 1, this is going to be your reading. Yes, no, or quite possibly maybe. Alright, so we're going to start right here in the middle with this little Awakened Dreamer card. And it says here, let your heart do the thinking. The best solution will not be found between your ears, aka in your head. In the maze of your mind, through paralysis analysis, your best guidance can be found in the moment, in the loving sanctuary in the center of your heart. Let love lead and you will find your way. So if you're asking a question about a decision that you need to make, especially then, this is saying follow your heart. Got a dog hair on my cards, sorry about that. If you're trying to make a decision based out of a fear that if I don't do this, then this will happen, or what if I do this and then this happens, if you're coming from a place of fear as you're making your decision, it's going to make your life a lot more difficult. So coming from a place of love and making decisions from a place of love is going to be your best bet. So with this middle card here, Maria Callas, and I'm not familiar with this musical artist, but I'm just going to read what it says here. Compromise is the enemy of perfection. So with everything else we have going on here, which I will get into, it's almost like you're not compromising what your heart truly wants. So especially if this is a decision, you can't compromise and come from that fear-based line of thinking or that lack mentality, like if I don't do this now, then I'm going to miss out kind of vibe. So there is a need basically to start anew with this card here. Start anew. Really clean the slate of what you think you know and go back in through the heart, not the mind, that analysis paralysis or paralysis analysis kind of thing. But go within, go into your heart space, maybe even ask your angels, because there is this need for renewal in whatever it is you're asking. So really, as far as yes or no, I'm kind of getting we kind of need to really re-examine this. So it's kind of a maybe, or it will be, if you want a yes, the answer will be yes, but there is a new way of going about making this decision, or, having this thing come about in your life. And it's checking in with your angels, checking in with that heart center. But it also says here, you cannot survive on sensation alone. So going through the motions or making this to fit in with other people, this decision, making this to fit in with other people, or just trying to come at it from a place that's inauthentic, you can't survive on the knowing that, okay, this is just going to get me by for now. You need to be fully encompassed within your heart center before making this decision or going after this thing or jumping into whatever this is, because there is a need even for recovery, just really examining your own inner belief systems. I'm seeing a lot of you maybe even in depressing energy or have been in depressing energy, and now you're finally coming out of that. And so you're starting to make new choices about this newfound lease on life that you had. coming out of that dark night of the soul, but you're still making your choices or decisions on that more fear-based line of thinking that maybe you had in the past, or that more limiting way of thinking that you had in the past. So there is this need to recover from where you've been in the past and stop making choices or decisions based on that lack or that fear or that scarcity. You guys really have leveled up and you are a new person, so you're making choices and steps in new directions. So if your question was asking about going in a new direction, absolutely you are. Start anew. You are starting anew. For some of you, this looks like it could be having to do with a partnership, either in business or in love or just with a really close friend, because we have the number 2 here, which is also the breakdown of the master number 11, which is all about awakening. So you really are awakening and letting more of that ego step aside and more of that higher self come online to really do the thinking. But ask whatever it is you want to ask your angels for help with or for guidance on. Ask with sincerity, ask from the heart, because you will get a very clear and concise answer from your own heart. So I would say if you are wanting a yes, you're going to get a yes, especially if it is starting over. If you want the no, or you're hoping kind of, your body's leaning more toward a no, you're getting a no because you're getting this sense of recovery and starting over with something that is actually going to serve your highest good much better. So basically, if you want a yes, you get a yes with some work. If you want a no, you get a no with some work with this pile. So your answer is pretty much whatever you want it to be, but with some, kind of soul searching and some recovery and some starting over in some aspect. So again, I told you guys these yes or no pick a cards are not like, yeah, your answer is yes. Oh yeah, your answer is no, because there are so many people desperately wanting a yes or wanting a no within the same pile, and I can pick up on that frenetic energy a little bit. And that in your pile, some certain piles are very straightforward. The answer is no, the answer is yes. But with you guys, that's not what we're getting here. So whatever it is you're hoping to see transpire from that place of love, not from that place of fear, you're going to get your outcome, but with some re-examination, some work, some talking to your angels, and just releasing what's no longer serving you. So I hope this resonated and wasn't too convoluted. I love you guys, pile 1. You will have to let me know below what you thought, and if it resonated, I always love to hear from you, any stories you want to share. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you right here back at The Done Creative, and also over on my live stream channel, The Done Creative Live, where I go live a few times a week. Link for that channel is in the description below. All right, bye. All right, group number 2, let's go ahead and find out if your question is a yes, a no, a maybe, or something very convoluted. We're kind of getting all over the board with these yes or no's when I do them, so let's just find out what you have going on. All right, group number 2, so we're going to start right here in the middle with this River of Bliss card. River of Bliss, running just beneath the drama on the surface, is a river of never-ending bliss. Consider this your permission slip to dip your toe or dive in headfirst into the sacred swirl that leads you back to the shore of your joyous nature. So especially those of you who have been stressed out or are looking to make something in your life better or more joyous or more happy, this is saying to kind of just turn off the external noise, not listen to what other people are trying to tell you or the drama that's going on TV or the news or with people in your life, and just kind of take a day where you can just spend alone and really get your bearings on. Much like group 1, I'm feeling that there's a decision you guys need to make, or a choice, or you're kind of trying to choose between 2 paths. That's really the vibe I'm getting. If that's not your instance, you can still get your answer here, so don't click off quite yet. But let's see this Amy Winehouse card. It says, learn to love your truant heart. Then we have here, open your heart. So there is a need to bring more heart or more love into the situation of whatever question it is you're asking. Checking in more from your heart center rather than your ego. So if you're asking, am I going to win the lottery next week? A lot of times when we feel this need to win large sums of money, or have something go from one extreme to another, from poverty to riches, rags to riches kind of thing, or something like that, that's usually, not always, but almost always, coming from a place of ego. Of course, those that want to step out of poverty, they're just looking for, just enough to get by. They're usually not those people that are like, I want to win $20 million so I can have these cars and do these things. A lot of times people in extreme poverty. They just want enough to cover what they have. So, and I'm not saying you guys are like this. This is not what I'm saying. Spirit's just showing me the consciousness involved in asking about something really major like that is usually coming from an ego place, not a heart center. And this is asking you to get in touch with your heart, because that is where you're going to find your true soul's calling, your true soul's answers to what it is that's best for your soul rather than for your ego. So I think some of you, and I'm not calling you out. If I have to call you out, I'll call me out as well then. We all make choices or decisions or want things from an ego perspective. We all do. It's part of the human experience. It's part of the human condition. So please don't feel like I'm calling you out, because I swear I'm not. It's just what Spirit's showing me is not operating from that place of ego in this question you're asking about, but checking more in with your heart. And because the heart is so involved in relationships, some of you could be asking about a relationship. With this open your heart card here, it adds up to the 15 here adds up to a 6, which is all about unconditional love, self-love, self-care, balance, that temperance energy coming in, and pairing that up here with forgiveness. This looks like some of you may even be asking, should I forgive this person? Open your heart, forgive them from that place, but don't forget what they did. It's kind of what Spirit's showing me here. But those of you wanting some big thing, like especially if it's a really big goal that you kind of know in the back of your mind is just almost impossible, this is just letting you know it probably won't happen, at least not for a while, because this is not the right time. But for most of you in this question, or in this pile asking your question, the answer is most likely no. But, it's no, but, because it's like a long-term maybe, possibly shifting to yes. But right now your answer is no, it is not the right time. Or if you were wanting a no, it's almost like the answer would be yes. Like, it's whatever you're asking about, this is just letting you know it's not quite the right time for this thing to transpire, because there are things being woven behind the scenes you don't quite realize or conceive of yet, or just divine timing is at play here. But there may even be this need to make some necessary sacrifices. And I'm not seeing this as like a big sacrifice, like anything of biblical proportions, like sacrificing your firstborn child or anything like that. A sacrifice could look as simple as, instead of maybe watching Netflix before bed, maybe you are instead reading some self-development or spiritual books. And I apologize, my dog is hacking in the background. He's been doing this for over a year. We've been to the vet. They're like, he's fine, but I don't know. It's weird. He does it constantly, pretty much. So I apologize if you heard that. But yes, this is just saying make necessary sacrifices. This isn't sacrificing yourself for another. Again, he's hacking. I apologize. These are necessary sacrifices to get you from where you are now to where you want to be. Whatever this question you're asking is encompassing, there is a need for a small sacrifice, especially those of you asking about a relationship. Maybe saying, hey, I can't work overtime this weekend, so that you can make that sacrifice, so to speak, to spend more time with your significant other or a loved one or something like that. So I'm just seeing whatever your question is, it's not the right time for this thing to happen in your life. So if you were hoping for a yes, I'm seeing that the answer is no. If you were hoping for a no, I'm seeing the answer is yes. But this is not like set in stone energy, because there is this need for forgiveness. I don't remember if I even talked about the forgiveness. But forgiveness is all about, you forgive the other person involved or the other situation involved, not for them. You do it for you, because that's like you taking poison and expecting the other one to die when we harbor these wounds and resentments and guilts and traumas from the past. It's hard though. It's hard. I'm saying it's simple to forgive, but it's not easy. Like, we know, okay, I'm just going to forgive this person, but like, did we? Like, even if we say, I'm forgiving this person for what they did we really? Because on a subconscious level, we're probably still hating, in the background. And again, I'm just as guilty as everyone else, because it's a human way of operating. And there is this need for some forgiveness, maybe a release of something that is in the background, because you are leaving behind what's keeping you down. You're wanting to tap into this joyous nature, and that's why you're asking this question, is because you're thinking that this thing is going to bring you closer to happiness. And for some of you, it might, but ultimately, it's you tapping back into your own heart space and loving yourself that is going to bring you your ultimate happiness. So for those of you asking, hey, is so-and-so coming back into my life, either a love interest or a family member or friend that's maybe estranged right now, I would say the answer is probably no. at least not right now, because it's just not time. This is the time for you to really go within and discover who you are, what you want, and love yourself unconditionally and forgive others, and especially yourself. Forgiveness. Open your heart back up so that those butterflies can fly right on out into the world. Again, I'm sorry for the very convoluted and weird answer here, but I think you guys get the gist of it, so I'm not gonna keep trying to over explain this. But I love you guys. I hope eventually you do get the answer that you seek, and I just want to let you know that my heart is with you, and I love you guys, and I just want to say thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you right here back at the Done Creative, and also over on my live stream channel, the Done Creative Live, where I go live doing readings over there a couple times a week. Link for that channel is in the description below. All right, bye. Group number 3, let's go ahead and find out if the answer to your question is yes, no, or like the other piles, maybe a little convoluted and we gotta kind of dissect as to what it is. That possible maybe. All right, let's find out. All right, so we're gonna start right here in the middle. The knower that knows. There's a knower within you who always knows what to do, where to go, and with whom to connect. The evidence of being attuned to this voice is that you are flooded with peace, ease, grace, and an electric vitality. Amplify the voice of the knower by acting on its wisdom. So this is basically listening to your intuition. And added bonus, we also have a listen to your intuition card. So this answer that you're hoping for, you intuitively already know the answer. So before we go any further, pause the video, feel into that knower within, that intuition, and get your answer, and then unpause and let's see what this says in comparison to what you got. But if this says something different, please listen to your own intuition rather than some girl on the internet. So pause it and do that, and then I'll be right back. All right, what was your answer? So keep that answer in mind as we go through the rest of this reading. It says here, knock 'em dead, then leave. So for some of you, you may be leaving a relationship. You may be deciding to step away from a friendship, a job, a situationship, a loved one, a significant other. Maybe you're just removing your energy. You're removing that love and affection that you were once putting into one thing, and you're putting it into something else. And that's not to say you can't come back around to this thing eventually, because I think you can. Because it says here, when you're ready to get on up, it's time to get down. So when you're ready to dive back in fully, you're going to be able to do so. But it's going to come with some caveats before that's able to happen, because I think some of you really, you just don't know what you want. So tapping back into yourself, really fueling yourself with self-love, self-care, doing things you enjoy, like getting out in nature or doing some hobbies that you've long forgotten about. This is really going to help you figure out what it is you need to do and be more decisive in the direction of what is best for you. And it says here also, don't quit moving until it's payback time. So keep going in the direction of your dreams, even if you feel like I'm being held back by something, because look here, the situation will improve. So whatever it is you're asking about, if you're wanting something to improve, it might, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take some self-introspection and stuff like that, because some of you are walking away for good from something that is no longer serving you. And that's how the situation will improve, is by removing your energy and going somewhere else. But again, it's all coming down to your own intuition and checking in with that knower. Those of you who love the person you're with and you don't want to leave them, but maybe certain dynamics within the relationship just are no longer working, maybe going within and, even telling your partner or friend or family member, whoever this is, that, hey, maybe we just need a little time apart to really feel out what it is we want before we continue moving forward like we have been. And for some of you with this number 25 here, fill the well. This is needing to fill your own well, fill up your own cup, because you can't pour from that empty cup. And I like to say you shouldn't be pouring from your cup at all. It's from that overflow from which you should be giving to other people. You should not be depleting yourself to accommodate anyone or any other job or any other thing in your life. And again, mothers of young children, or any child for that matter, It's hard to do that because we put everyone else first. I'm a mother myself. And for years I was operating under the guise of, well, I need to give every last drop of what I have before I'm allowed to refill my cup. And that's just simply not true. I was not showing up as my best version. And same with you guys. You just may not be showing up as your best version or your best selves right now because you're feeling like you need to sacrifice everything to give to everybody else, and that's simply not true anymore. Maybe it was true in the past, but it's not true for you anymore. With this Fill the Well card here, the number 7, that is that very hermit energy. It's very introspective and going within, meditating, gaining higher knowledge, and just knowing that you are on the right path. But some of you don't know what path you're even on because you feel like you're caught in a spin cycle somewhere. Breathe. So listen to your intuition. Remember at the beginning of this reading, I'm getting major chills now, you guys. This is confirming. This is confirming. What your intuition told you at the beginning, that's your answer. I'm not going to try to say it's a yes or a no because some of you came to the conclusion that yes, I need to leave this relationship. Some of you came to the conclusion that yes, I need to stay in this relationship, but I need to do this, and this to get back to me before I can operate better in this relationship or job or situation, whatever it pertains to. So I'm not going to say the answer is yes or the answer is no. I'm going to say, when I had you pause that video, whatever answer you got from your intuition, ta-da, that's your answer. What was your answer? You'll have to let me know, group 3. You guys are very beautiful and specific, so I want to know, group 3s, what answer did you come to? And if you want to share your story and what your situation is, you can always let us know. But just know, whatever answer you got, this is for your highest good. Your situation is improving so much that a year from now, maybe not even that long, but months to a year from now, you're going to look back and be like, thank goodness I made that choice. Thank goodness this thing happened or didn't happen or whatever your case is, because again, general readings, very convoluted energies I'm reading. So your own intuition knows better than me. So let me know what your beautiful, wonderful intuition let you know. And I look forward to hearing from you. But thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And that crow out there is confirming your intuition. You hear that? So maybe even looking up crow symbology or symbolism. Also, we've got dolphins here. Trying to wrap up, but yep, Spirit's stepping in to say one more quick message for those who held on just a little longer. But as always, thanks again for all of the things I was already saying. And also, I have a new live stream channel where I go live a couple times a week doing readings over there called The Done Creative Live. And the link for that channel is in the description. I hope to see you there, and I hope to see you back here as well. I love you guys. Bye. All right, group number 4. Let's go ahead and find out if you have a yes, no, a maybe, or some other convoluted answer to your question in between some of those. Let's just find out what we have. Wow, and much like being on par with the other groups, you guys are right there. Let's just start right here in the middle with a magic nation. It's I and then magic and then nation. Play on the words imagination. It says here, there's no limit to your creative brilliance. With a simple brush stroke of your imagination, envision your life the way you dream it would be, and your loved ones as their most resplendent selves. Delight as your up-leveled internal reality manifests sumptuously in your outer world. So as within, so without. What you believe on the inside, you will start to see on the outside. So we also have here with the Patti Smith card, Jesus died for somebody's sins, but not yours. I think they mean this as basically taking responsibility for your own actions, not having this kind of savior complex that a lot of people think that someone's going to swoop in and save the day. This is saying you need to save yourself. You need to save yourself, whatever you're asking about, especially those of you who are wanting to get out of one bad situation and improve your life. You're going to have to be the one to save yourself. No one's going to swoop in and save the day for you for the most part. You may have help, but you at the very least have to be the one to make the decision to move this direction or that direction. But it says here also, the most powerful form of rebellion is of the spirit. So letting more of your higher self step online, releasing the ego. Wow, these are very collective energies for at least the first 4 piles. Such collective energy that I can't just give a definitive yes or no, because some of you are asking about something and you need the answer to be yes. Some of you are asking about something and you really need the answer to be no. But there is a need, either whatever answer you're hoping for, there is a need to let go. And I'm seeing letting go of the outcome rather than letting go of the thing you're asking about. So there is a slight difference to just, oh, well, let go of whatever you're asking about, not going to happen. Like, I'm not seeing it like that. It's just letting go of your expectations surrounding whatever your question is, because a year from now, you're going to have total clarity. And there may be some of you a year from now that don't even want this thing you're asking about, or you don't want to be involved with the person you're asking about, or maybe you're going to be at a completely different home or job to where this question you're asking about isn't even really going to be relevant to your life. Or if it's relevant to your life, it's just going to be in a completely unknown way to you that's unknown right now. And Spirit's like, hush, be quiet, don't divulge anymore, because there is like almost this like unseen hand of God stepping in. And again, remember I said there are no saviors coming in to save you, but I'm also seeing, Spirit, this unknown hand that is helping you beyond the scenes or behind the scenes. But it's as a result of you stepping into your own authority or your own power and taking responsibility for your own life that unseen savior or hand of God will come in and always is available for help, to help you, is available to come in and help you. But you have to be the one putting forth the action. It's like, free will. Our guides and angels can't intervene in that free will that we have. They could be behind the scenes, just like, please make the decision, please do the thing, please don't do that. But they can't force our hand, so to speak. So it's going to have to be you coming to a conclusion of something and then moving in that direction, that then Spirit will come in and, kind of that full energy. You take the leap, Spirit will catch you in their arms. So I think most of you are wanting a no and you're getting a no for this pile. So I'm really getting at least 80% of you are getting a no in this instance. Those of you who were hoping to get a yes, if it involves you letting go and stepping away and just completely re-examining your life, then your answer would be yes. But for 80% of you, I'm seeing a really big no, at least until a year from now. And a year from now, you're going to see this thing play out, but in a much different way than you ever expected. So some of you asking about, are so-and-so and I going to be an item? I would say the answer is no, because there's someone better. And a year from now, you're going to be like, thank goodness I'm not with that person, because look who I found. It's my person. That other person was not meant for me. That's the vibe I'm getting. It's kind of like divine intervention is sort of at play, but it's as a result of you finally just stepping in and taking action in a direction that your soul is telling you to take. Because with this Talk to God card here, you have the number 11, which is all about awakening. Big epiphanies, mass awakening in your own life, epiphanies and aha moments about who you are on a more soul level. And not operating, again, kind of collective energy from before, not operating from that place of ego where you feel like, I have to do all these things, I have to sacrifice, no. You're checking back in with your soul. You're filling your cup first, like we talked about in group 3. You are allowing yourself to really finally, some of you for the first time, have what it is you deserve and desire. Because what you deserve a lot of times does line up with what you desire. And that's why you desire it, because you know on a soul level you deserve it. But some of you just need to go within, talk to God, talk to your higher self, talk to your crossed over loved ones, your guides, your angels, because they will help you. But again, you are the one that has to take action in the direction of whatever this question you're asking about. You're the one that's going to have to take the action. And I see someone wanting to write a book. The fact that it's saying let go, this is not saying for you to let go of your book. It's just saying maybe you won't have it written in the amount of time that you hoped, or it's not marketed and released and out in the world in the time frame you hoped, but a year from now, things are really moving in that direction for you. So that was a very specific example. And if my dog starts hacking again, yeah, there he goes. I apologize. He's been doing that for over a year, and the vet's just like, yeah, he's fine. Like, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on with him, but there is this need for a lot of you to reassess what it is you're hoping for your question's answer to be. So again, going back to that example of, will me and my crush get together? There's someone better for you. I really do see, because with this reassess card, it's like you're not operating with all of the information. And if you had all the information at hand, it's almost like you would be making a different choice or a different decision. But I think the fact that some of this information isn't currently available or slightly hidden to you is because you don't even know. Some of you don't really even know what you want. So once you finally kind of decide and figure that out, and then make a decision and then make an action in the direction, that's when those pieces are going to fall into place, and that hidden information is going to be revealed, and you're going to know, kind of from that omniscient, more God perspective, you're going to know what's best for you, and you're going to take action. So for 80% of you, I'm seeing a no. And for those of you who get the yes, it's a yes. Kind of almost like if you were hoping for a yes, you're getting a no. If you were hoping for a no, you're getting a yes. And again, I apologize that these are so convoluted and complicated and weird, but there are so many people coming to these general yes or no questions that it does kind of spin the energy, or it's almost like that spin cycle I think I talked about in group 2 or 3. It's almost like I have to kind of almost take a snapshot of that spin to see where you guys are at, because some of you are on one end of the spectrum and the others of you are on another. So I'm just trying to kind of fill in the pieces in the middle, and maybe this reassessment is you kind of filling in your own pieces. So if you were wanting the answer to be yes, I'm seeing that your answer is actually a no. If you were hoping for your answer to be a no, I'm seeing that it is a yes. But again, you have the ability to shift this, and you're going to see the fact that you're not getting the answer and outcome you want right now. A year from now, you're going to be so grateful and feel so blessed that things did not happen the way you wanted them to in this question you're asking about. I just heard blessing in disguise, so take that as it resonates. But I just, again, guys, let me know below what you thought, what your stories are. I always love to hear from you. And I hope no one felt like disappointed or personally attacked. Like, that's not why I want to do these readings. I just want to do this to give you guys a little bit of clarity, especially those who are really like in that spin cycle I keep seeing, just like not even knowing what direction to go. At the very least, I hope to kind of point you a little bit. But again, your own intuition is your compass. Talking to God, going within, listening to your own intuition, this is your shining light, beacon of light, your stars in that dark night sky to follow. So always follow your own intuition over some girl on the internet reading cards for many people. So I love you guys, and I just want to say thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right here back at the Done Creative, and also over on my live stream channel, the Done Creative Live, where I go live doing readings over there for you guys a few times a week. Link for that channel is in the description below, so I hope to see you there and also back here. I love you. Bye! All right, my wonderful group number 5. Wow, these have been going rogue and deep. Let's see if you guys are the exception to that or what's going on here. We've been getting a lot of yeses that are no's and no's that are yeses, and convoluted. Like, the word I keep hearing in my mind is just convoluted. Convoluted. But hopefully within all this convolution, is that a word? We're going to be getting to the brass tacks of what your question and answer are. So let's find out. Okay, so we're going to start right here in the middle. It says here, pump up the volume. What is your special theme song? The one that lifts your spirits and reminds you of who you are. Hear it now. Pump up the volume. Open up and absorb the grace of your sacred serenade being sung to you by the universe. That's so cute. Yes, so it's almost like giving yourself this fun theme song to really get yourself in a more joyous state, because there is so much joy that you guys are going to be tapping into as a result of whatever your question is. Those of you wanting a yes, you have a big yes. Big yes. So if you wanted a yes, big yes for you. We'll get into why and all the stuff involved. If you're wanting a no, you've got success. So whatever your question, whatever you were hoping to hear, you're getting success. If you're kind of somewhere in the middle, not sure if you wanted it to be a yes or a no, I'm just hearing a big yes for those kind of unsure of what they even want out of the situation. You're getting a yes to your question. So whatever your question was, you're getting a yes. Okay, so let's get into the middle here with Leonard Cohen. It says, when it comes to art, all that matters is telling your story well. So this is speaking your truth. Letting people know where you stand on a certain thing, or finally getting what you feel you deserve is something else I'm seeing here. You're finally allowing peace and joy into your life, where before maybe some of you were in a dark night of the soul or depression or anxious state. Your things are finally broken forward. Spirit's showing me a dam and all this water rushing forward. So those of you who have felt stuck and stagnant and maybe even tripping over your words like I have been, that throat chakra is wide open and things are moving forward for you. Many of you, this has to do with your health improving. Yes, your health is improving. Or if you were asking about, is this diet right for me? Or should I start working out? If these are the types of questions you're asking, absolutely yes. You're on the right track. Listening to your intuition is going to be key for anything health related. And again, I'm not a doctor, so don't take this as actual health advice. It's just guidance from spirit. Just want to put that out there. But whatever you are asking about, I almost see that you're getting this sigh of relief knowing that, okay, whatever answer you wanted, you're getting it. So you can almost like put your shoulders down from your ears and shrug them down, release the weight from your shoulders, take a sigh of relief, big breath of fresh air. Let's all just do that right now. Yay, like things are finally moving ahead. Things are finally looking up. Things are better. So those of you wanting something to improve in your life, yes, it is. Especially, even if it's not a health question you're asking about, it's like your health is improving as a result of things moving forward because you're not so stressed out or worried about it. Releases that burden so that your body can actually thrive. So kind of a little added bonus of improved health here for you. But also here we have let go and flow. Yes, you are finally, I see you in this river again with kind of that dam analogy. Now that the dam is broken, you were maybe clinging to a rock for a while, like, oh no, this water is too swift, I don't know what's going on. I see you just releasing it and going with the flow and allowing the blessings that are meant to come in for you. They are coming in hot right now. And with the number 27 here, that adds up to a 9. So you are leaving a toxic cycle behind. Or those of you who were looking, your question maybe was, am I going to get a new job? Or am I going to change careers? Or am I going to get the job I applied for? I see you, yes, you're moving in a new direction. You're moving towards something that is better suited for your soul. And here we have a big rainbow in the sky. That is that, light after, at the end of the tunnel, that bright after the storm. You guys are getting blessings. Rainbows are blessings as well. So for some of you, this could look like a rainbow baby, which is a baby born after miscarriage, or a baby born after many, many times of trying or infertility or something like that. So if that's your question, am I going to be a mother or father? Am I going to have a baby? Yes, you are going to be able to do that. Some of you wanting to have a child, though, there may be this element where you can improve your health on your own to really get this thing jump started for you. Or if you just found out you're pregnant, you're like, oh no, I'm really unhealthy, or not feeling the best in the skin you're in, you can still take measures and steps to improve your health. All of you, not just those that are maybe pregnant or want to be pregnant, but all of you there are things you can do to improve your health, not just in what you consume, like, food and drink, but like also in where are you putting your attention, because that is another thing you're consuming and fueling your body with. Are you watching a lot of negative news stories? Are you involved in a lot of gossip and drama? This is just saying step out of that so you can create that beautiful success in your life, because whatever it is you're looking to create in your life, it's going to be successful. It's going to be successful. So look forward. Again, be very present in the moment, because here on the Leonard Cohen card, it says, learn to live in the intervals between events. That day-to-day routine of life. Learn to live in those events and, make the plans for those big events as well, but not to, I'm just hearing also enjoy the journey. It's not all about the destination as well. So enjoy the journey and really, allow yourself to revel when you get to that destination. Allow yourself to really feel that joy and happiness as a result of all you've been through. But don't bottle that all up and wait for you to finally celebrate when you get there. Celebrate all along the way, all those little wins along the way. I'm seeing like little red flags you're putting in, like I conquered it, over and over and over, so that you can look back and see how many steps you took, how many things you overcame to get where you want to be. So if you want your answer to be yes, you got a yes. If you want your answer to be no, you got a no. You're succeeding. Whatever it is you're asking about, you're succeeding. You're coming out on top of this. So yay, good for you. I think we got the most straightforward one of all of the 4 or 5 piles was pile 5. So I love you guys. You will have to let me know below any stories you want to share. I always love to hear from you guys, and as always, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things, and I really truly do hope to see you right here back at the Done Creative, and also over on my new live stream channel, the Done Creative Live, where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week. Link for that new channel is in the description below. Alright, bye!